Good day. Today I will discuss to you a certain topic that is still under statistics and probability, the coin problem. So suppose 3 coins were tossed once. Find the probability of getting the following. Letter A, what is the probability of getting 3 heads? Letter B, what is the probability of getting at least 2 heads? And lastly, what is the probability of getting at least 1 tail? So, before we'll solve this problem, let me first discuss to you the difference between combination and permutation. So, para ma-visualize mo siya, okay? Suppose, you have a population consists of 3 samples or 3 elements, that is A, B, and C. Now, you are then required if ilang combination yung ma-generate mo out of these 3. Taking 2 at a time. So, ano yun? Kumbaga, out of these 3, kailangan mong i-combine or i-combinate at least 2 lang or 2 lang, kumbaga. So, what combination can we generate? So, of course, let's say A, i-pair mo kay B, that is AB. One combination yun. Now, how about A, i-pair mo kay C, that is AC. Okay? Another combination yun. And lastly, what if B is i-compare or i-pair mo kay C? Another combination din yun, that is BC. Now, you're gonna ask, what if B shall be paired with A? That is BA. Okay? And let's say C shall be paired with A. That is CA. And lastly, what if C shall be paired with B? That is CB. Okay? Now, is there any difference between AB and BA? Okay. Makinig. Tandaan, sa combination, okay, wala kang paki sa order. Kumbaga, kahit mauna man si A or si B, okay, here in this case, nauna si A compare kay B. But here in this case, okay, nauna si B compare kay A. Okay, tandaan, sa combination, wala kang paki sa order, okay? Kahit sino man yung mauna dyan sa dalawa, as long as contain niya or nakapaloob sa kanya yung same element, they are treated or considered as one. So, kumbaga, si AB is just the same combination with BA. Isang combination lang yan sila, okay? How about AC? Of course, same na din yan sa CA. And BC is also same with CB. So, kumbaga, the total number of combination that you can generate is just 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, the total number of combination that you can make out of these 3 samples, taking 2 at a time, is just 3. Okay? Now, how about sa permutation? Okay? Let's say same samples. You have a population consisting of the same 3 elements. That is A, B, and C. Okay. Again, you are then required if ilang permutation yung ma-generate mo out of these 3, taking 2 at a time. Okay? Now, let's say A, i-pair mo kay B. That is A, B. Okay, one permutation yon. A pair mo kay C, that is AC. Another permutation yon. B, pair mo kay C, that is BC. One permutation din yon. Okay, now, makinig. Okay? What if B is pinair mo kay A? That is BA. C, pinair mo kay A, that is CA. And lastly, C, pinair mo kay B, that is CB. Okay, makinig. The difference between permutation and combination, kung dito wala kang paki sa order, okay, kahit in-interchange mo yan siya, kung sino mauna, same lang yun, okay? But dito sa permutation, konting pihit mo lang dyan, okay? Let's say here, nauna si A, dito nauna si B, okay? Mag-iiba na siya. Kumbaga, AB therefore is not equal to BA. Why? Because they have different order or different sequence. Same as with AC and CA. Dito, nauna si A compare kay C. Okay? Dito, si C ang nauna compare kay A. Kumbaga, nag-iba yung order, they are treated as different, okay? Different permutation. Okay? So, tandaan, sa permutation, okay, order is required. Okay? Sa combination, wala kang paki sa order. So, in short, the total number of permutation that you can generate out of this 3 sample, taking 2 at a time, okay, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, or in short, the total number of permutation that you can generate is 6. Okay, now, what if you are required, okay, to generate a combination, okay, combination na tayo. What if you're required to combine or combine these 3 samples, taking 3 at a time? Kumbaga, lahat sila, okay, lahat sila. Now, ilang combination yung ma-generate mo, okay? Let's say that is A, B, C. Kasi tatlo sila lahat gamitin mo. Combination of 3, taking 3 at a time. That is A, B, C. Now, kahit pinag-rumble mo yan siya, let's say mauna si B, B, A, C, okay? Or C, A, B, and so on, okay? Again, as long as nakapaloob yung tatlong element na yan, okay? Kahit rumble mo pa sila, okay? Again, they are treated as 1, okay? Isang combination lang yun siya. So in short, pag kinombinate mo to yung tatlo na to, taking 3 at a time, the total combination that you can make is just 1. Okay? Now, how about the permutation? Okay? If you're going to ask if how many permutation can you generate out of these 3 samples, taking 3 at a time, okay? Yung gawin mo, sulat mo lahat kung ilan sila, okay? Let's say first permutation, that is A, B, C, okay? Now, sa permutation again, okay, required dito yung order. So kapag in-interchange mo na hindi na sa A yung mauna, let's say B, C, A, okay? Iba na yan siya, okay? Hindi na equal si B, C, A kay A, B, C kasi nag-iba na yung order. Okay, so A, B, C, or B, C, A, C, A, B, ano pa? B, A, C, C, B, A, and lastly, A, C, B. Okay. So again, kung dito wala kang paki sa order, kahit rumble mo pa yan sila, kahit isang combination lang yun. Dito, dahil strict dito yung order, okay, the total number of permutation na generate mo is 6. Okay? That is 6. Now, para ma-prove natin na tama yung ginawa natin, okay? May ready-made formula na sa combination and permutation. Okay? Pag sinabing combination, actually that is just N CR. Okay? Or combination of N objects taking 3 at a time. N stands for the total number of samples or element. R stands for kung ilang sample lang ang need mo i-combinate kay at a time. So here in this case, out of these 3, okay, that is N, 2 lang yung i-combine natin. So, kumbaga, we need to combine or combine 3 samples taking 2 at a time. So, i-prove natin na tama yung sagot natin. What is that? NCR, that is just 3C2. Okay? Again, 3 stands for the total number of samples. R stands for kung ilan lang yung need mo i-combine at a time. So, 3C2, you can actually direct it in or input it directly to your calculator. But of course, okay, the meaning of 3C2 is just simply 3 factorial, okay? Sorry. NCR stands for N factorial over N minus R factorial R factorial, okay? So, what is that? N is 3. N is 3. R is what? That is 2. So, 3 minus 2 factorial over or times 2 factorial. Okay. Pag sinabing factorial, okay, multiply mo lang from 3 down to 1. Okay? That is 3 times 2 times 1 over 3 minus 2. It is 1. 1 factorial actually is just 1. 2 factorial is just 2 times 1. So, kumbaga, cancel lang si 2 times 1 over 2 times 1. So, the result for 3C2, combination of 3 objects taking 2 at a time is just 3. Okay? So, in short, tama yung sagot. Okay? pwede mo siyang gawin manual, okay? Pwede mo siyang i-directly input sa formula. Now, what if combination of 3 objects taking 3 at a time? What will happen? Okay. Actually, yung mangyayari, magiging 3C3 lang yun. Okay? 3C3. Or simply, combination of 3 objects taking 3 at a time is what? That is just 3 factorial over 3 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. Okay? Now, what is that? 3 factorial over 3 factorial will just cancel out. Okay? So the result is what? That is just 1. 3 minus 3 is just 0 factorial. Okay? Actually, 0 factorial is just 1. Maybe if we have time in the future, we'll prove that 0 factorial is indeed 1. Okay? So for now, we'll accept that 0 factorial is 1. So what is that? 1 over 1 is simply 1. Or simply 3C3. Or simply 3C3. Combination of 3 objects taking 3 at a time. Okay? Lahat sila ginamit mo is just 1. Okay? So in short, tama yung sagot. By manual and by formula. Now, how about sa permutation? Okay. Sa permutation naman, kung C yung ginagamit natin sa combination, yung gawin mo lang, that is just actually NPR. Okay? Permutation of n objects taking R at a time. Okay? So sa first sample, out of these 3, we need to permutate at least 2 at a time. So what is that? That is just 3 factorial over, the formula for the permutation is just actually n factorial over n minus r factorial. Okay, please notice the difference. What can you notice? Sa combination, okay, yung denominator mo is n minus r factorial times r factorial. Okay, tandaan, sa permutation, mawawala na si r factorial sa denominator. Okay? Kumbaga, n factorial over n minus r factorial na lang. Okay? So, in short, that is just 3 factorial over 3 minus 2 because we will just permutate 2 elements at a time or 2 objects at a time. So, 3 minus 2 factorial. Now, 3 factorial is just 3 times 2 times 1. 3 minus 2 is just 1 factorial. Okay? So, 3 times 2, that is 6. Okay? 1 factorial is just 1. So, in short, the 3p2 is just equal to 6. Okay? So, in short, by manual and by formula, tama yung sagot. Now, lastly, how about if you need to permutate 3 objects taking 3 at a time? Tatlo sila gamitin mo. What will happen? Of course, substitute mo lang dyan. What is the value of 3p2? Permutation of 3 objects taking 3 at a time. Lahat sila gamitin. So, it's just what? 3 factorial over 3 minus 3 factorial. What will happen? 3 factorial is what? That is just 3 times 2 times 1. 3 minus 3 factorial, again, that is 0 factorial. So, please accept that 0 factorial is 1, okay? 3 times 2 times 1, that is 6 over 1. Or simply, 3p3 is just 6. So, again, tama yung sagot. Okay? Now, makinig. Sa loto, okay? Sa loto, what can you notice sa loto? Is it a permutation or a combination? Okay? Okay, again, loto is a combination. Why? Kung manonotice mo, okay? Yung permutation mo is always greater than combination, okay? So, in short, let's say, tumaya ka ng loto, okay? Let's say, tumaya ka ng loto, 645. So, you need to decide anim na numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's say yung tinayan mo is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Okay, now, isa lang ito sa mga combination na pwedeng mangyari. Okay? Kumbaga, one ticket lang to para manalo. Okay? So, in short, Isa lang yung combination na to. This is your N. Okay? This is your N. Now, question. Ilan yung probability para manalo ka sa loto? Okay, kinig. The probability of winning a loto is just N over N. Okay? What is N? Ito yung number of combination na tinayaan mo. Okay? Of course, kung isang combination lang tinayaan mo, that is just 1. Okay? Tanong ngayon, ilan kaya yung possible combination? Okay? Let's say, tumaya ka ng 645. Okay? Tumaya ka ng 645 na loto. Ilan kaya yung total combination, okay? Now, generate mo out of that 45 numbers, taking 6 at a time. So, what is that? Is that permutation or combination? Okay? May hint na. Loto is a combination. So, in short, N is just what? Okay? That is combination of 45 numbers taking 6 at a time. Okay? Or simply what? That is just 45 factorial over 45 minus 6 factorial, 6 factorial. Okay. So, of course, kapag minanual mo yan, mahaba. 45 times 44, and so on, up to 1. Same as with the denominator. But of course, pwede mo niyang input directly sa calculator. That is actually 45. Okay. NCR is andito sa divide banda if you're using this type of calculus. Okay. NCR, that is 45 objects taking 6 at a time. So, in short, the total number of combination that you can generate, okay, is 8,145,060. 60, okay? So, ito ngayon yung total number of combination na mag-generate mo out of this 45 numbers. So, your probability of winning a lotto is just what? That is just actually N over N. So, kung isang combination lang yung tinayaan mo, okay? Your probability of winning a lotto is just 1 over 8,145,060, okay? So, if you convert it into decimal, okay? That is just what? That is 0.0000001,227. Okay? Ganyan kaliit yung chance mong manalo. Now, sa combination pa lang yan. How much more kapag ginawa nilang strict sa loto, okay? Ano ba yung, again, yung meaning ng combination? Okay, balik tayo dito. Kapag nangyari o nagkataon na pinalad ka na lumabas yung 6 mo na numero, okay? 6 numbers lumabas, okay? Kahit saan man yung mauna dyan, as long as lumabas yung 6 na to, panalo ka sa loto. Again, why? Because wala kang paki sa order, that is combination. Now, what if ginawa nilang stricto yung loto? Kung dapat talaga, let's say first ball, lumabas yung 1, ganun talaga, may order. Second number, dapat 3 talaga. Third, 5. Fourth, 7, and so on, okay? So in short, strict sila sa order. What if ginawa nilang ganun, okay? I guess, most probably, walang mananalo sa loto. Why? Because your denominator will get bigger. Why? I-prove natin. Let's say, ginawa nila itong permutation, okay? In short, your N is just 45 objects or numbers taking 6 at a time. Instead na combination, gawin natin permutation. Kumbaga, strictohin natin, lagyan natin ng order. So what is that? That is just 45 factorial over 45 minus 6 factorial. Or simply, we can directly input in calculator, that is 45 P6. Yung NPR or permutation is nasa times banda. Okay? NP6. Okay, what is that? That is 5 billion 864 million 443,200. Yun. That is the total number of permutation na ma-generate mo kapag ginawa ng stricto si Lotto. Okay? And lastly, your chance of winning a Lotto if you just choose one combination is what? That is just 1 over or simply n over n, that is just 1 over 5,864,443,200. Or in short, yung chance mong manalo sa loto is just what? That is just 0.0000000000369,705. Okay? Ganyan kaliit yung chance mong manalo. Kung dito, 3660 lang. Dito, 90. Okay? So, almost 0 yung chance mong manalo kapag ginawa nilang permutation si Lotto. Okay, now. Okay. On our previous topic, during the dice problem, may nabanggit ako doon na somehow medyo confusing or we can simply say that mali. Why? Because the thought that I wanted to say is different from what I said. So, yung ginawa natin yung dice problem, okay? Yung sinabi ko na, let's say yung first dice magbigay ng 6, yung second dice magbigay ng 1, okay? And sa isang case, what if 1 yung nauna, tsaka 6 yung pangalawa? Okay, actually, ginawa ko na yung, kumbaga, kinumpare ko na sa AB tsaka BA. So, instead na sabihin ko dito na permutation siya, yung nabanggit ko is combination. So far yun lang naman. But all throughout, the solving and the solution there, and the shortcut, tama yun lahat. So, please observe nyo yun. So, dito lang naman, okay? So, by that, I stand corrected. Okay, now, so, ngayon, alam mo na yung difference ni permutation tsaka ni combination, okay? We'll now jump to this problem, okay? So, erase ko ito. Okay, observe nyo ito the difference between combination and permutation, okay? Now, going back to the problem, okay? What if 3 coins with those ones, okay? Find the ability of getting, letter A, 3 heads, okay? Kumbaga, yung isang coin, head, okay? Letter B, what is the ability of getting at least 2 heads? And lastly, at least 1 tail. So, makinig. To solve this problem, again, you can solve it manually, okay? But of course, hindi ko tinuro sa iyo yung principle ni combination kung hindi natin gagamitin. Okay? So, letter A. What is the ability of getting 3 heads? Kumbaga, 3 heads. Ano yan siya? Okay? So, yung gawin mo, pwede mong ilista lahat ng possible na combination. Okay? Let's say, first coin, that is head. Second coin, head. Third coin, head. Okay? So, let's say that is the first combination. Okay? Now, let's say first coin, head, tail. Okay? And again, head, tail, head, tail. Okay? Tail, head, tail, head, and lastly, tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wala mag-duplicate? So far, wala. Okay, now, yung gawin mo lang, okay, for you to compute the ability of getting 3 heads, exactly 3 heads, okay? Bilangin mo lang, ilan ba yan? Okay? What is that? Of course, isa lang. Okay? That is your n, which is 1. Okay? So, again, going back to the principle of probability, okay, that is just the ratio of the number of favorable outcomes over the total population. So, yung problem mo lang dito actually is yung numerator, okay? Kung ilan dyan siya, okay? So, dito na-define mo na 1. Okay, now, how about yung denominator mo na n? Okay? Actually, tandaan, if you toss a single coin, dalawa lang yung possible outcome. It's either head or tail. So, kumbaga, dalawa lang yung population mo. Now, what if you toss 2 coins? Okay? So, of course, that is head or tail and head or tail. In short, that is just 2 times 2. What if 3? Of course, multiply it again by 2. That is 8. Okay? Now, para hindi ka malito, actually, may general formula dyan. Okay? And, para sa coin, that is just actually 2 raised to x. Other books use n, 2 raised to n. But, I won't use n because ginagamit siya natin dito. Okay? So, x na lang. For x, tandaan na, for x, where x stands for what? The number of coins. Now, tanong ngayon, what is the difference if you toss 3 coins once and if you toss a single coin thrice? Okay? Makinig. Wala yung pinakaiba. Why? Because the outcome is still the same. If you toss 3 coins once, the outcome is still the same sa tinos mo yung isang coin 3 times. Okay? So, it's either head, 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 tail, and so on. Okay? So, in short, pag tinos mo yung tatlong coin, okay, once, that is just 2 raised to 3. So, 2 raised to 3, that is just 8. If tinos mo yung single coin thrice, okay, again, that is still 2 raised to 3. N is just equal to 8. So, the answer for letter A, therefore, is just P, or probability of getting 3 heads, is just N over N, or simply what? That is just 1 over 8. Okay? Now, paano ngayon kapag hindi mo yan minanwal? Again, makinig. Wala ka ng problema sa denominator mo, okay? Kasi that is just 2 raised to x, or simply that is 8 here in this case. Now, what if gamitan mo ng combination? Anong mangyayari? Okay. Yung mangyayari dyan is, mas-solve mo kung ilan yung favorable outcomes mo. What's that? Again, you need to compute the probability of getting 3 heads. Kumbaga, out of this 3, kailangan mong i-combinate 3. Okay? So, what is that? Is that 3C3? Is that 3C3? The answer is yes. Okay? You need to combinate 3 out of 3. Okay? What is that? That is just 3 factorial over 3 minus 3 factorial over 3 factorial. So what will happen with this 3 factorial? They will end up cancelling each other. So in short, n is what? It is just 1. Again, 3 minus 3 is 0 factorial. So in short, n is just 1. Okay? So again, n over n, the probability of getting 3 heads, manual or shortcut, that is 1 over 8. Claro? Okay. Now, what if you are required to compute for the probability of getting at least 2 heads? What is that? Makinig. Pag sinabing at least 2 heads, okay, probability of getting at least 2 heads. Meaning, you need to compute for the probability of getting 2 heads and above. At least, that is greater than or equal. In short, it's either 2 heads or 3 heads. So, the probability of getting at least 2 heads, that is greater than or equal to 2 heads. That is just n over n. Again, wala ka ng problema sa denominator. Ang solve na lang natin is the numerator, okay? So, n is what? Bilangin natin. Hanapin mo ngayon dito, okay? The first that I will show you is manual, okay? Magbilang ka. Now, hanapin mo dyan yung may dalawang head, okay? Hanapin mo yung combination na may dalawang head, okay? Ilan dyan? Eto, 1. Eto, 2 heads. So, isang combination yan. How about this one? 2 heads din. Eto, 2 heads din. Okay? Now, isa, dalawa, tatlo. Okay? So, tatlo para sa 2 heads. Okay? Then is 3 para sa 2 heads. 1, 2, 3. Now, again, at least means greater than or equal. So, in short, hanapin din natin yung 3 heads. So, ilan yan? Isa. So, plus 1. So n, or the number of favorable outcomes, is 4. Okay? So in short, the probability of getting at least 2 heads or greater than or equal to 2 is what? Simply substitute, that is just n over n, or simply 4 over 8. What is that? That is just 1/2. Okay, now, what if gamitan mo ngayon ng combination? Okay? Pag ginamitan mo ng combination, what will happen? Pag ginamitan mo ng combination, okay? Again, yung denominator mo is walang problema, okay? Yung goal mo lang ngayon is hanapin mo yung n mo, okay? Ilan yun siya? Again, at least 2 heads means greater than or equal to 2. So, first, hanapin natin yung may dalawang head. Is that combination of 3 taking 2 at a time? Yes, kasi out of that 3, dalawa dapat yung head. So in short, out of that 3, dalawa dapat si head. Okay. Sa 2 pa lang yan. Now, what if tatlong head? Kasi at least 2 eh. Kumbaga, greater than or equal to 2. So ito, para pa lang ito sa 2. How about sa 3? Is that 3C3? Yes. Why? Because out of the 3, kailangan mong mag-appear si head 3 times. So, yun siya. Okay? So, what is 3C2? 3C2 actually, okay, pwedeng manualin, but you can input it directly to your calculator. 3C2 is just 3. Taran! 3C3 is what? 3C3 is just 1. Taran! So again, either manual or shortcut, okay, or the principle of combination, okay, it will give you the same answer. So 4 or 3 plus 1 is just 4. Okay? So of course, the probability of getting 2 heads is again, that is just 4 over 8. Okay? N over big letter N, that is 1/2. Okay? So the same lang. Okay? So, dahil malakas ka na sa combination, okay, matik na ito, hindi mo na kailangan magsulat. And lastly, to solve for the probability of getting at least 1 tail, okay? Letter C, the probability of getting at least 1 tail, okay? 1 tail. Ilan yan, okay? So that is n over n. So, again, wala ka ng problema sa big letter n, sa denominator, ito na lang, okay? So, alam mo na yan. Bilangin mo, ilan lahat yung combination na may 1 tail. So, pag sinabing at least 1 tail, isang tail, dalawang tail, tatlong tail. So, I guess, isang tail, 1. Ito. 1 tail. Okay, 1 tail, isa yan siya. Okay, so, sa 2 tail. 2 tail, sorry, ito, 1 tail wala ito. 1 plus 1, that is actually 2. So, 2. 1 tail, 1 tail. How about 2 tail? 1, 2, 3. So, 3. How about sa 3 tail? That is 1. So, plus 1. Wait lang. Sa 1 tail, 1, 2, 3. 3 pala sa 1 tail. Okay? At least 1 tail is greater than or equal to 1. So, sa 1 tail, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, sa 2 tails, that is 1, 2. 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 3. 3 din. And lastly, sa 3 tail, okay, that is 1. So, in short, your n is just 7. Okay? 7. So, the probability of getting at least 1 tail or greater than or equal to 1, okay, is just 7, which is your n over 8, the total population. But of course, pwede mo yan gamitan again ng combination. Okay? Yung goal mo lang dyan is hanapin mo si n. Okay? That is just what? Of course, para sa 1 tail, that is just combination of 3 taking 1 at a time. Kumbaga, out of the 3, isa lang dapat si tail. That is just 3C1. How about sa 2? That is just 3C2. And lastly, sa 3, that is just 3C3. Okay, this is what? 3C1 actually is just 3. Taran! 3C2 is what? That is again 3. Taran! And lastly, 3C3 is what? That is 1. it will again give you the same answer, that is 7. So lastly, substituting, the probability of getting at least one tail is what? It's just n over n, or simply 7 over 8. Okay, smooth. I hope may napulot kayo dito. So, thank you.